Everybody, welcome back to, of course, Cheers to Health. And, of course, you got to have me, Brian, that bad man Torres. And we got to have our lovely, he's got host over here. I'm not sure why. He needs to put a co in front of that, but it's okay. Our co-host, Omar Torres. And today, folks, we have a special guest. A young man we've known for quite a while now. He is a bull rider, something that we have also done a couple times. Omar used to be a professional bull rider as well, and he was on the college bull riding team?
Oh yeah, I did a little bit of everything. Went from high school, rode in college, did the Armed Forces Rodeo Association, did some circuits around the East Coast, the South, a little bit of this and that, here and there, and whatnot.
Okay, so yeah, Omar, would you like to introduce the guest for today?
Like Brian was saying, when we started riding, this was one of the dudes that was there. So he's been riding for a while. I think he might have taken some time off and then came back. Because there was a little gap there, and then I seen something about him, coming back.
Coming back with a vengeance.
Going back to riding.
With a vengeance, ladies and gentlemen. He came back.
Yeah.
Like he never was out. If he was out for a little bit, man, he came back and was ready to take care of business.
But oh yeah, dude, I'm wearing the jersey because the Avs, they're up so far.
Told you.
They got a game later on.
I told you.
But I think I lost a bet.
He did. He did. We can run it back. It's on camera. It's on Candy camera. We can run it back.
So.
You want to go ahead and knock it out?
I'm one that I'm a man of my words.
Huh. That's a first round here, I guess.
I lost the bet. So I got a little treat here.
Here we go. Let's go Avalanche.
The Avs were losing at the half at one point. And they came back. I was like,
and I never doubted them.
End up winning. I
never doubted. I said Omar.
I did. And that's where I messed
Don't you dare doubt these folks.
That's where I messed up.
Win it. And Omar was like, all right, bet. I said bet. But yeah, Omar, take care of that for us. We do appreciate you being a man of your word.
Sure.
And
this is cold, dude.
Yeah, no, I had to leave mine out.
I should have let it sit out for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake.
Man.
That's a rookie mistake.
Well, hey, this is Cheers to Health.
Cheers to health, folks. Whatever it is you want to cheer to, we're here for it.
A little instructional video of how to shotgun a beer if I do it properly. You want to tilt the beer back, the tab on the bottom. Get a little air pocket in there. Oh shit! I haven't done it with this one before. I usually just use like a key or something. I've done it before, but usually when I'm doing this technique. Oh yeah, nope. Yep, didn't work, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Cheers to health. There we go.
Let's go, Avs. Go Avalanche.
Let's go, Avs. Let's get another cup. Let's get that Stanley. Wham bam.
Wham bam.
Why am I breathing like
Easy,
that? Easy,
yeah, dude.
It's like I
take a deep breath, bud.
Did a little workout there to.
Take a deep breath, bud. You're gonna be all right.
Dude, I was checking out these tube videos, and I saw this guy. He's known for chugging some brews, and this dude would chug these beers like it was air.
Yeah, I don't know how they do
He
it.
just tilted it back and it was gone.
Well, did he squeeze the bottle too, or the can?
No, it was out of freaking cups, dude.
Oh,
like
wow.
16 ounces and stuff like that. He just fucking and gone.
Yeah, no, thank you.
My brother-in-law. So it's oh shoot, I got beer all over here, dude. Fucking. That's why I did this in the garage last time. But
Amateur, that's why, because you're an
anyways,
amateur, dude.
no, bro. See, usually you get a little air pocket, but with this, it digs down a little bit further, so there's no air in that area. So it fucking just. Damn it.
Come on, man.
I just need more practice, I guess.
Something like that.
But what was I saying? Oh no, my so Kelsey's sister's husband. That's brother-in-law, right? He can chug some beers, dude. Need to have him on the pod and just chug some beers. See how fast he can do it. Have a little competition.
I'm out.
Who can do it
Yeah,
faster?
I'm out. Our guest,
Introduce.
Kallyn Longnecker. Welcome aboard, brother. Come aboard, brother. Welcome aboard.
What's up, guys?
There
What's
he is.
up? What is
There we
up?
go.
What up?
What is up, man?
Oh, just hanging out. Just hanging out. So,
How's the morning going?
I didn't want to get up this morning. That's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
After a long night of driving through storms and everything else to get home, it was quite fun.
Shoot, that's true. You guys are having like tornadoes and everything around there. See a lot of things happening in like Kansas, Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska and
Yeah.
Sulphur got hit pretty hard last night. So
Yeah.
prayers for Sulphur, for real.
Absolutely.
Their whole downtown got destroyed.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's been what usually I mean it's fucking tornado valley. But is it always like this crazy lately?
I don't
Or
feel like
it's
the last couple of years I don't think have been really that crazy.
No.
Yeah,
I
right.
feel like this year's, I think it might be a crazy year.
Mm-hmm.
course.
Certainly started off that way.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I
yeah.
seen you this weekend putting on a ride, man. Congratulations
Yeah,
on that.
yeah,
Was
thanks.
that up here in
Yeah.
Perkins?
Congrats, man.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I ended up second over there, and last night I was just over in Okima and didn't really fare too well over there, but yeah, it happens. So we
It
were 1
happens,
for 2
man.
on the weekend and keeping the ball rolling though throughout the year. So that's
There you
the main goal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So
You gotta think about the next one.
oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you gotta, put that behind you and just keep on pushing forward. Keep
Oh,
on
yeah.
rolling. Yes, sir. So Kallyn, this year for Cheers to Health, we're kind of taking our guests and being like, hey man, how was your health journey? Like what did you go through to be who you are today? So if you could just please kind of go through like growing up and then
Yeah.
throughout your journey now.
Well, growing up, yeah, typical played baseball, football, rodeoed, all that. So I was always active and always stayed in a good, I guess, health type deal. And then as I got older, I learned because I just started rodeoing full time. I went professional at the age of 18, and there were some times in there that there wasn't a whole lot of working out. There was probably a lot more partying than actually being serious about it, and getting on the right track to doing the working out part of it. But now in the later on part of my career, it's been a lot strict on working out. Getting a good workout in every day is key to keeping your body healthy and your mind sound. In a lot of sports, it's like that. You gotta have a good mental health, just as far as physical health to succeed. And so I've been real driven on keeping the mental side of everything strong, along with the physical side of things. And so I try to get a good, at least depending on what my schedule looks like, rodeo wise for the week, kind of dictates how my workouts go. But for the most part, I'm trying to get, a good solid 4 days of hardcore workouts in, which, in my case, I'm not like a lot of people that get to do workouts are trying to build muscle and get bigger. And I'm over here trying to stay small. So, I got to do a lot of different kind of workouts than what most people do, but, man, it's definitely, the working out side of things, definitely contributes. I feel like just not in like my rodeo or anything like that, but just in life in general.
Yep.
Um, I just feel better, you know, um, I just turned 33 the other day, and I'm in better shape at 33 than what I was at 18. So, so that right there, that makes you feel good,
Oh yeah.
helps keeps the body active and the pain away, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of helps you recover better. Cause
Uh,
back then, we were young,
oh
going
yeah,
through injuries, we recover quickly. But now
yeah,
we're getting older. We got to think about the smarter ways to recover, kind of, and that's one of the things, working out, keeping our body like adapted to that environment of putting it through, this high level activity
yeah,
every day in a way. That's
yeah.
awesome
It's
that you have.
it's definitely definitely something different. I never really focused too much on one thing, but like I don't really necessarily have like a leg day or arm day or back or anything like that. I try to incorporate a little bit of everything in a daily routine. That way I'm getting kind of a full body workout every day just because I don't get to have the chance to sit down and have those days, I guess you'd
Mm-hmm.
say. So as long as I'm incorporating a little bit of everything in my daily activities, in my workouts, I feel like that's where I'm the strongest at, and that's how I recover the best. A lot of
Yep.
stretching, and
Yep.
Hmm.
keeping keeping limber, and um, it's a lot of core stuff I do, and so it's
Yeah.
a it's definitely been a journey the last few years of learning the ins and outs of the proper way to do some things to help you in in the stretches and stuff like that. Because, like I said, I've rodeoed since I was 8 and 33, and done it professionally since 18. And your body just breaks down, and my hips get to being real bad and hurting. So, finding different hip exercises that will help strengthen my hips and keep them from hurting throughout the week,
Yep.
and just small things that you can do to better your body is what it's all about. Whether you're, well, like Alfred boxing, like, and different aspects, like everybody kind of has different things that they need to focus on more than
Mm-hmm.
others, but to find the key factors in keeping your body in the best condition for those, it's sports that you do, that's the key, is always trying to find somebody that can help you to like increase your mobility and flexibility,
Hmm.
just stuff like that. Just reading books to find the the different keys, to stay mentally strong while you're going through
Mm-hmm.
ups and downs and those things. Like, just, that's kind of where I focus my time at, is, trying to be all around better.
There you go.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
And I see you started riding bulls at age 8, man. What got you started in that? 'Cause that's not like playing football or baseball. That's
No,
a little bit
no.
different.
Yeah, yeah, it is. So, man, my dad rodeoed a little bit. He rode bareback horses and bulls. He roped some calves, uh, and he kind of did it on a little bit in high school, and then as he got older, uh, and then he never really pushed it upon me. I just knew that he'd always rodeoed. We'd go to rodeos whenever they were in town, you know, that sort of deal. And one day we were watching TV, and I looked at him and I told him I wanted to ride bulls, and it kind of stuck with me, and it was just something that after I had got to watch it a whole bunch, and got to doing it, I just knew at the end of the day that that's what I wanted to do.
Oh
You
wow,
know,
nice.
I always told myself that's what I was going to do, and I was going to make a living doing it. And uh, I've been fortunate enough and blessed to have a pretty good career in it. I haven't accomplished everything I want to yet. Uh, I took a couple years off. I have two little girls, and while my wife was pregnant with them, I had to settle down and get a big boy job, and went and pipeline for a couple years, and uh, it was actually good for my body to do that because
Mm-hmm.
I got to let old injuries heal, and my shoulders that were just god awful at that point in time, they got a chance to get some relief and heal up on their own without having to have major surgeries on
Absolutely.
them. And so I've been back for three. This is going on my third year back after a 3 year break, or yeah, 3 year break, and so it's been really nice, and it's been a pretty good comeback, I guess you'd say. So we've got some goals set, and we're gonna see if we can't get them accomplished soon.
There you
Heck yeah,
go.
man. Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the way that you have to kind of get your mindset at, is like not worry too much about like the biggest goal, but just every little goal that you have lined up. That's what we talk about a
Oh,
little bit here and there. And
oh
for
yeah.
you, it's just, getting back to it. Because initially, whenever I heard you were coming back, I was like, oh, shoot. And then, that
Mm-hmm.
little itch for me, I was like, uh-oh, if he can,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe I'll come
Hey,
back.
hey, man. I've actually had quite a few buddies that are like, "Gosh, dang, man." They're like, "You just had to come back and start doing it, didn't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And they were like, "And it wasn't even that. Like, whenever I come back, I got on, man. I got on three bulls, and I had told myself, I said, I'm not going to a practice pen. I'm not going to go do that because if I go to a practice pen, I probably won't get on because I have an opportunity there not to get
Mm-hmm.
on. So I went full force and entered one,
Mhm.
and because I was always taught if you enter it, you better get on.
Yep.
You can't turn out. Uh,
True.
so I entered one, and lo and behold, I drew a big scary one, and I said, well, this is it. It's do or die. And I got back on that one, and my wife, she said, well, how'd it feel? And I said, well, I'm in trouble now because I can't stop.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was over from there. And then a couple weeks later, I entered another one, and it went okay. And then my fourth bull back, I got rode and ended up winning a second. And after that, then it was really on. Then I was like, okay, I can still do this.
There you go.
So at that point in time, I was like, well, now we got to start setting some goals and start seeing where we can go with the ending side of the career. You know what I mean? Because shoot, you don't get to do this sport forever.
Yep. Absolutely.
So
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about whenever you said you would come. I was like, dude, this is about the age. Like a lot of people are, hanging it up or whatever. Because
yeah,
if they're staying on there, or even traveling itself, man, takes a toll on you.
oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the traveling side of things. I think that's my hardest thing is the traveling side of things. Let's see, we went. I think I added it up the other day, and I think between the 2 weeks, between the two weekends a couple weeks ago, I was 72 hours in a vehicle, and that's where a lot of conditioning comes into play, and a lot of stretching and stuff like that to keep
Oh,
your
yeah.
body in that. So whenever you step out, you can do a few stretches, and you're right
Mhm.
back to being able to be as limber as what you were. Um, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is the travel side of things, especially young guys that are trying to rodeo now. They the traveling can wear you out more than the actual riding itself.
Oh yeah.
And be harder on you. So we try to always leave a little earlier than what we need to, so we have time for stops, and try to book it out to where we go to our farthest destination first, and then travel all the way back home rodeo. So we try to make it as easy on ourselves as we can. The older we've gotten,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I travel with a few guys that are just right around my age. So yeah, so we all kind of got the same mindset, and we're just it's kind of hard to run with them young guys. I
I was about
did
to
it
say
for
they
I
wanna
did it for
experience the area first, and then
yeah, I did it for a little bit. And golly, they're just too wiry for me. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready. The performance is over, and I'm ready to go to bed. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's go do this."
Nope.
Well,
It's like, hey man, it's past my bedtime, bro. Like I gotta recover for the next one.
yeah. So
That's what
yeah,
that's kind of what well, that's like the biggest thing that kind of deterred me from, pursuing it or keep pursuing it was I was in the military. So I was in Virginia and I would travel to like North Carolina and it'd be like 4 hours just to get there. And then I had to drive back. And then the next day it's work. And I
Yeah.
was like, and I do that every weekend. And yeah, dude, it takes a toll. Like, cause even
Oh
then,
yeah.
like you're saying, just the driving there, man, it'll take it out of you.
Oh
You
yeah.
get wore out just by doing that, and you try to stretch, you try to do all these things, but even then, it's like, nah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's still. I mean, it's still just gonna freaking. It wears on you. You don't realize how stiff your body gets when you're just sitting there. You know, it's just like uh, a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest, and you're at rest for so long driving that. Well, shoot, whenever you get out and you gotta go rodeo, you gotta get stretched and you gotta get that blood flow going again, get everything back right. As right before you left, it was perfect, but then you just sat in a car for 10 or 12 hours and drove from Oklahoma to dang near Florida or California, and so you gotta get it right, and you gotta try to stay on top of
Oh
of your
yeah.
game.
And like you're saying, that's what you kind of prepare for, like endurance wise,
Yeah,
because you're still in that mindset. You're still getting ready. You're anticipating getting on. So you're already getting a little bit of that adrenaline kicking on. So
yep,
there's a little bit of energy getting, exerted just driving there, dude. So yeah,
yeah,
like you're saying, keeping, in that active kind of state throughout the week, to make sure you're ready for that rodeo, especially if you're traveling further. Cause
yeah.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I ain't never, yeah, people
And
don't think about that, like traveling.
wh- whenever
But
you are traveling, or on the weekends, whenever you might be heading to rodeos, do you meal prep by any chance, or do you just eat
Uh,
on the road?
Man, so there has been a few times where I have meal prepped and filled the ice chest up with some stuff. Man, my wife's really good at meal prepping,
Mm-hmm.
and so we always have stuff. And uh, I try to stay on a pretty lean diet, and I kind of weird. I have that one weird superstition where I don't eat chicken on game day.
That's
So
fine.
I was I was told you eat chicken, you ride like a chicken. So
Okay,
oh,
I
there you
like
go.
so
that.
so
You
I
are what you
only
eat. That's what that.
yeah, so I only eat beef on the days I ride, but
There you go.
throughout the week, like I eat a lot of chicken and stay real lean in a meal prep diet. And but man, it's so hard traveling and staying in
Yeah.
that zone part of it, just because it's so easy just to grab something real quick. Um, but yeah, if I go to a gas station, I try to stop at bigger gas stations because they always got the better food.
Yep.
You
There you
know,
go. A little
whether
tip
it's
right there.
well, yeah, whether it's like the Love's travel stops, they've got they got like a little protein pack that's got a couple hard boiled eggs and some salami and pretzels in it. Like I'll grab one of those and just trying to find the healthier side of things a
Yep.
little bit as much as I can, but I still got to have my chocolate.
Got to do it.
You got to have your
Got to treat
Reese's every
yourself a
now
little
and then.
bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. And that was one of the questions I was gonna ask, like the diet part of it. Is that something that you keep an eye on, like throughout the week, not just when you're traveling?
Yeah, yeah. So throughout the week, it's a lot of chicken, like I said, and a lot of vegetables, and a lot of high protein, low carb type of dieting. And I found that that's what works the best to help keep me in
Okay.
my top shape.
Yeah.
As you know, everybody's different on
Mm-hmm.
their their side of things, how whether they want to bulk or whatever they want to do, and how much intakes they got and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I like to keep it pretty low carb and pretty simple. I'm a person, I could eat chicken every day, chicken and rice every day. It don't bother
Yeah.
me. Or, just a good chicken salad or something like that. So mine's pretty simple. I don't have a hardcore diet by no means. But I do try to watch throughout the week what I'm taking in. try to cut back on the energy drinks as much as I can. So I live off caffeine, so it's kind of
I was
hard.
about to say caffeine, dude. It keeps us
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
caffeine keeps me rolling. So I could drink coffee all day.
Yeah, I'm the same way with eating pretty much the same thing. Like I could do that.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah, it's
my
easy.
wife's just a little extra, okay? We
Oh
have to
yeah,
be, have a little bit of a change up every day.
hmm.
Got a meal prep on the weekend, and
Oh
it has
yeah,
to be something. Dude, I think that's the only thing that we argue about is the foods. Okay.
oh yeah. So we'll have kind of like a different meal every night, but oh, as far as like lunches and stuff go, like I meal prep and I eat the same thing every day for
Yep.
lunch for the full week, and it's
Yep.
just easier. I don't have to
Yep.
think about
Same.
what I'm. I don't have to
Hmm.
think about what I'm going to eat or well, what am I hungry for this day? No, I just grab that little container and go on about my day.
Exactly. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
It's easy. It's not
Yeah,
complicated,
no, everybody
and
makes it way
it's
more
fueling us.
complicated. Yeah, people can make things way more complicated than
Oh
what
yeah.
it is.
That's why I tell
Hell
everybody,
yeah.
hey man, just if you just make your meals in the beginning of the week, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're good. Just
Yeah,
grab it and go.
yeah, exactly,
Grab and go. Grab
And
and
so
go.
a
exactly.
question I did have for you, Kallyn, is so I went to the rodeo the here in Guthrie the other day, and
Yeah,
it was cold,
it is
and
freezing.
and of course bull riding is usually the last event to go to be there, the
The
Yeah,
last
main
event
event.
that it's the main event, and then on top of that, you was the last bull rider man
yeah, I was the
to
last
go.
guy out. Yeah.
So what did you do to not only stay like warmed up physically, but mentally to stay in that state of mind of like, okay, not only is it cold, I haven't moved. Well, I mean, I'm sure you did move
Yeah.
around, but people like me, I was severing up. I was like,
Oh
fuck,
yeah.
hurry up and get on so I can get out.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but what did you do to like physically prepare to get on that bull and mentally prepare to get on that bull? Like I said, you waited all day long pretty much just to
Oh yeah.
get that 1 8 second ride. So what
Yeah.
mentally and physically did you prepare like before you got on
Uh,
right before you got on that bull?
so my routine's pretty much the same, whether it's cold or hot. I try to keep my body in motion. Um, I'm not one to sit down back behind the buck and shoots and just relax. Like I'm always moving around and just kind of keeping everything loose from my legs up to my shoulders. There's a you know I do some stretching, but like I said, I stretch enough during the week that everything's pretty loose. Um, I just stay back there and I just try not to think about it too much, really, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know what bull I've got drawn. Like, I know what he looks like, and that's all I need to know. I don't need to know what he does or this or that. And that bull I got on at Guthrie, I actually kind of knew him just a little bit, and I knew how he was going to be. And I, it was just kind of one of those deals. I
Yep.
honestly wasn't too excited about having him because I knew he was really hard to ride. And, but still, in the back of your mind, you always got those you've got those negative thoughts. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to read a lot of books on how the mind works and how to keep your self confidence up even in negative situations. Just kind of like that. Like I knew that bull was hard to ride, and I knew he was going to have a lot of action to him, and I knew I was going to have to really track him,
Mm-hmm.
and try to stay with him because I knew he was going to be moving away from me the whole time. And so I actually just got done reading a book the other day called The Mental Game. It's a professional golfer, and it talks about how his career was and how he always went to how he learned from an old pro on how to keep his mental game strong and keep his self confidence up. And so I just kind of resorted back to that book in the sense of, kept telling myself, hey, look, I feel good, like I can and I will
Mm-hmm.
do this,
Yes.
just back there, just trying to keep everything as calm and as cool and collected as I can. I'm not really one to get too excited, even whenever, even after I stay on. Like I'm just a kind of wave and walk out. Like I I haven't ever. They never really got too excited about it. It's great, like it's a great
Yeah.
feeling. But I just watch some of the greats always just walk out of the arena. Like, hey, I did my job. Thanks for coming. Type deal.
There you go.
It's just how I stay myself and how I go about it. Everybody else is different. You'll see guys out there breakdancing after they stay
Yeah.
on or throwing their helmet, and that just never was me. I've thrown my hat a couple times or, whatever it may be, but for the most part, I like to try to keep everything as simple as possible. Bull riding is really simple, but it's a lot mental.
Yeah.
It's 90% mental, 10% physical, and so when you're back there getting warmed up, it's you just stay in the same routine. Cody Lostro said one time that he didn't believe in luck or superstition, but he still puts his right boot on first before he puts his left one on. And I'm kind of the same way. I put this boot on, then I put that one on. And then I roll right back over and I put this spur on before I put this one on. It's kind of one of those deals. I stay in a routine and try to keep myself in that routine because I feel like the routine I've set up for myself is one that works.
Mm-hmm.
And so by breaking that routine, then you start getting these thoughts in your head. Well, I broke my routine. I did this. I didn't do this right, and then you start getting these negative doubts in your head. And so then you have to try to get back to a positive side of things. So as long as you're staying in a negative routine and realizing that there's you can only control so much, you can only pretty much control your effort that you put out. You can't control the whole situation. So as long as you're putting forth the effort, and all that, then the rest will follow, and as long as you let it all hang out, that's all that matters at the end
There
of
you
the day.
go. Absolutely.
Yeah. Seriously though, because I thought about that whenever I was riding. I mean, one day because I was one of those guys, that brought my bull riding pants. I had a pair of my bull riding pants. They were never getting washed. They were just
Oh
going
yeah,
in my bag. And then one day I washed them, and I was like, "Fuck, yep, it's gonna be." And then it happened just like that, just because
yeah,
it was already in my mind.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, it happens.
So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah, I wash mine. I do.
yeah.
They get shipped to the cleaners about every 3 weeks, and so
Mm-hmm.
they get a little smelly. I don't like being back there feeling like I can smell myself. So
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
uh, I brought my compression because I have to wear their compression shorts. They're called bioskins. They're really thick.
Mm-hmm.
That help my groins stay intact.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
So, man, I brought those in the house the other day. I told my wife, I was like, dude, these things need washed. I could smell myself last night. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
could you take them straight to the washer? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes. Is it open?
Mm-hmm. That's
So,
funny.
yeah.
What other kind of well, you do a little. You don't stretch too much, but you kind of limber up a little bit. You move
Yeah,
around. You do
yeah,
things.
yeah. So I do a bunch of hip exercises whenever I'm back there. Get my hips limbered up. Like I said, my shoulders have been my between my groins and hips and my shoulders my whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my things that have been beat up the most. My groins and my shoulders the worst.
Yeah.
I have broke my left shoulder twice. I've dislocated both my shoulders. I don't know how many times. I actually have an AC separation in my right shoulder as we speak. It's been like that for the last, I think we're going on 2 years now. And so doctor pretty much told me as long as I had full mobility and strength in it to keep rolling with it. So he said, whenever I decide I'm finally going to retire, then,
Yeah.
whenever I finally decide I am going to retire, then we'll worry about surgery
Yeah.
then.
Absolutely.
So limbering up wise, like I said, I just do some hip stretches, some shoulder stretches to get everything feeling right. Not a whole lot. I'm not back there doing jumping jacks like some guys, or I don't break out my bands. There's some, man, them bareback riders, dude, they're intense
Oh
back
man.
there.
I'm sure they are.
Those bareback riders, they're a different breed, and they're intense
Yeah.
back there. They've got bands going on. They've got everything. They got like a whole little home gym workout set up back behind the bucket chute sometimes. And I'm like, there ain't no way I could do all that before I get on.
Yeah. That's funny.
Wear yourself out before you get on.
I'd be so worn out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So Kallyn,
they're animals.
what is one event or maybe one bull riding or bull ride that you made that you feel like just stuck in your head that was such a great accomplishment or one of your greatest rides maybe?
Man, there's been a few. I every one of them now is a great ride for me. The older I get, the more it becomes surreal that one day it's going to be over. So everyone that I get everyone I stay on is definitely a good one for me. Man, I'd say right now the best one was after my comeback in 2022. Man, there was a couple actually, but 2022. It started back in 2022 after that break, and man, I think the best one then was winning my first buckle back. It was actually over in Perkins. They had a pretty big open bull riding over there, and they bucked everybody off except for me and one other guy, and so
Heck yeah.
I ended up winning it and won my first buckle back, and it was the start of a pretty good year in 2022. I went on to I'd never rodeoed in the ACRA before, and that's the American Cowboy Association. So I was considered a rookie, and
I've seen that.
Everybody gave me hell.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys that I used to rodeo with back in the day, they kept calling me a rookie, and this and that, and which a lot of those guys, like, I mean, I've been to the PBRs. I was in the CBR, which is Championship Bull Riding, and PBR Professional Bull Riding, and then so dang sure wasn't no rookie by no means, but at that point in time, I'd never rodeoed in that association, so I was.
We'll
I was
take
about
it.
to say,
Yeah.
We'll
once you
take
get into a
it.
different circuit, or you're a rookie.
So I went on to win Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the ACRA,
There you go.
and I think the first round going into the finals, I won the first round. I was 86 points, and
Nice.
won the first round and solidified the Rookie of the Year for myself, and ended up second in the average that year and at the finals, and third in their world standings. So it was a pretty decent year back. I think I ended up 25th in the world in the IPRA, and then last year, honestly, it sucked dick.
You gotta have it, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
last year was a full. It was like your sophomore slump, I guess you'd say. So there was a few ups last year, and then there were some downs last year, and more downs than ups. So this year we've kind of got it started off on a good foot. So we're looking forward to the rest of the year. That's for sure.
right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stay positive, dude.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Stay
man.
confident.
We got a long year ahead, and it's and we're almost in May, and I cracked the top 15 a month ago in the IPRA. So I just told myself, as long as I can consistently win some money, I'll stay in there and make the IFR in January in Guthrie. So
There we go.
It's even better that it's in my backyard. So
Yes,
that's what we're
yes,
shooting for.
absolutely. So yeah, you said you're shooting for that IFR. Any other kind of goals, or you have anything in mind that you want to accomplish? Short-term and long-term goals.
For right now, I just kind of set my goals as make the IFR and then make the circuit finals in the PRCA, which would be the Prairie Circuit, and so those are fixing. A lot of the Prairie Circuit rodeos are fixing to kick off, so we're fixing to get real busy rodeoing between trying to make all the IRA rodeos we can and the PRCA rodeos we can. So those are kind of my short-term goals. Kind kind of now that I'm in the top 15 in the IPRA, I kind of told myself, hey, like, at the end of the day, you got a legitimate shot at, making a run for the world. So that'd probably be the long-term goal for the year, really, is to ultimately walk away with a gold buckle. And, I've got great friends that have got my back on it, and they're like, man, you got a shot, and I know I'm a couple thousand, probably. Well, I think the leader's got probably about 4,001 on me right now, and which isn't, at the end of the day, it isn't very much. There's a lot of big rodeos coming up this summer.
There you go.
Right now, there are just a bunch of little rodeos going on. So, I think I ended up winning like 500 over at Perkins this weekend. So, that 5,000 or that 500 goes towards the world standings. So that'll help move me up a little bit. But the bigger rodeos, big added money bull ridings that are coming up, where you can go win 4,000 at one event. That will dang sure boost you up there quite a bit. So I actually had a buddy was talking about it this morning. He was like, hey, where's our next, what are we going to plan for the next couple of weeks? And I was like, man, I kind of got a little bit of a sore groin right now. I had a bull kind of snatch on me pretty hard last night, and kind of had a little too deep of a hold of him, and kind of have a little kind of pull the groin a little bit. So I'm only entering one next weekend. I think. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
But entries close here. Yeah, entries close here a little bit on those. So I'll know by the next couple hours if I'm going to go to a few more or not. But yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, so that's how it usually works. And then my wife's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going here, here, and here." And she's like, "Well, I thought you were only going here."
Yep.
Well, sorry.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see you Sunday night whenever I get home, or early Monday morning. But no, we're trying to do it strategically, and go kind of where the money's at, where we know kind of around about like what we'll be getting on bull wise. Like we want to try to stay to the contractors that are hauling good stock, that are not a bunch of calves to get on that are bad in the buck and shoot, or just stuff like that. Just try to help us throughout the year, and keep us winning. That's definitely our main thing right there. And
that's a good thing to kind of be aware of, because a lot of people don't look at that. They're just like, no, we got to go here because it's either convenient or it's set up right. But no, you got to think about the consequences of setting yourself up there. Who has the bulls? Are they known for this or that? Because it could affect my long-term goal.
Absolutely.
I got to see which one's more, reliable, which one's more of a consistent, trend of getting that better ride.
Yeah, and you kind of get in go into these people's rodeos and stuff like that. You kind of get to know them, and dang sure the rodeo committees at a lot of these rodeos are great. They help take care of us. When we get there, they've got committee tents set up to where we get to go eat and whatever it may be. But definitely you got your few select contractors that you like to kind of like, oh, I'm definitely going to enter their rodeos. Like, there might not be a lot of guys that stay on that weekend because the bulls are pretty good, but you're going to win more, So we try to stay going to where guys are going to get bucked off, but the bulls are rideable, So we want to ride the buckers, but we also just want to ride the good ones too. So.
I'll be right back, dude. I gotta take a piss. I'm so sorry, dude. Baby bladder, dude. Baby bladder.
Unbelievable.
Every time he'll get you.
Every time.
Hey, so Kallyn, I've got one more quick question for you, just because this is something that I always like to try to ask folks. So what kind of advice would you give somebody who, is following their dreams, but for whatever reason might be, discouraged and think about just quitting, what would you tell them to just kind of help them keep going and chasing that dream, if it is, something that they
Yeah,
can do?
yeah. Definitely on that note, you're able to do whatever you put your mind to, and you gotta really step back one day and say, hey, is this what I want? You know, and if it is truly in your heart, then pray to God about it, and He'll carry you through it all. Uh, at the end of the day, the glory goes to God
Amen.
every day, all day. He won't bring you to anything he can't pull you out of, or make you surpass. So as long as you just put forth that foot to keep driving towards that goal, and still have the love and the ambition for whatever it is you're doing, you're going to achieve what you want,
Hmm.
because whatever you put in is what you're going to get out of it. If,
Absolutely.
if you're putting in the work to win every time, at the end of the day, you're going to start winning every time. Um, you just got to keep pushing, put your faith up there. Like it says in the Bible, faith of a mustard seed. That's all you have to have. And, you're never gonna get where you want to go if you don't try.
Hmm.
At the end of the day.
That's right. You gotta
Love
take
that.
them steps
There you
to
go.
Oh
get to
yeah,
that goal. You can't just sit there and hope it happens. You gotta put in
yeah.
the work.
And when you think you want to give up, that's whenever the real battle starts.
Yep.
You're gonna show yourself if you really want it or not.
Oh yeah.
In in my life, I was always told kind of giving up wasn't an option.
Hmm.
Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So you
There you
know,
go.
uh, that's kind of how I always look at everything. Is what and now more than ever, having two little girls that they're getting active, and my daughter was playing, my oldest was playing soccer last year, and first she didn't like it. She was like, oh
Hmm.
no. She was like, I don't want to go back. And I said, well, you're going to finish the year out.
Yep.
You done started something, you're going to finish it. I don't want, I feel like that's kind of what's wrong with today's society, is that they let their kids quit, and then
There
they
you
get
Yeah.
in
go.
this quitting, they getting in a quitting
Mm-hmm.
habit. And when you create that habit, you're never going to go anywhere.
Absolutely.
So that's what
100%.
she stuck it out. And at the end of the year, she won a medal and she loved it.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
that was my deal. It's like, and for me, whenever I walked away from this sport for 3 years, like in the back of my mind, I had quit,
Hmm.
and I hadn't fully done what I wanted to do whenever I set out at 8 years old.
Yep.
And so me coming back, it's kind of been a vengeance type deal. Like
I see
I got
that.
something, I got something to prove.
I love
And
it too. Good job. Hell yeah.
thank you. And so it's just that fighting mentality, like
Hmm.
if you're not going to quit whenever things get hard, and if you do, then you're never going to win. So you just
Absolutely.
got to keep pushing forward.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, you went to college too. You rode in the
Yeah,
how was that?
yeah. I got a scholarship to go to NEO,
Okay.
Northeastern Oklahoma. I had a couple different offers, but I took the one at NEO, basically off of a girl I was dating at that time.
Oh.
But that's besides the point. So I went to college to ride bulls. Uh, I didn't finish college, but I did go to some college rodeos, and
Hmm.
that was quite a bit of fun. We had a lot of fun. But going to college and just being able to know that the bull riding took me to college was,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty something cool to say. I never was the best straight A student by no means. I did the bare minimum to get by,
Hmm.
and just because I always
Same here.
knew that at the end of the day, I knew I was going to run my hand in a bull rope, and that's what I knew, and that's what I was going to do. So um, I never thought I had to have an education. Turns out it's a good thing to have,
I was about
and
to
Absolutely.
say. Now you gotta
yeah,
do it. You gotta
yeah.
do it.
So
It's inevitable.
so yeah, it is, and it's a smart thing to do. It really is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But just for bull riding to take me to to the collegiate level and to be able to rodeo in the collegiate level for a little bit as I did. It was pretty cool. You know, it kind of got you ready for the next step in your rodeo career going on. And at that point in time, I was starting to go to some PBRs and stuff like that. So it kind of helped me transition from like a high school level to the professional level. So definitely a good thing to do. College isn't for everybody. It really wasn't for me, but I'm glad I at least attempted it, you know, at the end of the day. I was more of a trades kind of guy. I wasn't too much of a schooling guy.
Yeah. Yep. Willie,
Yeah.
he went to NEO.
Yeah. Me and Willie were there together at the same time. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool to be able to go with one of your buddies that you grew up with, and be able to, you know, kind of do that kind of step of moving up together, you know, with one of your buddies that you've known since you were a kid.
Exactly.
And the reason why Omar actually started riding bulls, rather he doesn't even know it, but Willie was the reason why we started riding bulls.
It was actually true. It's because of Willie.
Yeah, that guy. He's something else.
Wild man Willie.
I seen him not too long ago.
Yeah.
I seen him a couple months back.
He's
still
working,
Willie.
dude.
Wild Willie Williams.
Wild Willie Williams.
I'll never forget when he got his ear ripped off.
Yeah. That's what started it for us.
I was like, what's going on? Yeah, Brian talked to him about it, and went through that journey.
Yeah.
But I remember back when we were in the Edmond Roundup Club. Dude, you were like the young veteran. You were over there, you know, you were like, I already know the ropes. I'm here.
What's up, pussies?
Yeah, pretty much.
And
that's the cool guy in the
I wish I was, but no, I got to be mentored by some great guys. And they broke me out early, you know, like I was in the car going to rodeos at, you know, a young age that most guys don't get the opportunity to do. At 16, I was rodeoing with guys that were at the professional level, but they were at home at that point in time and just going to some rodeos around the house, and they'd come by and pick me up and we would go. So it was really cool. Some of those guys rode bulls really great, and they taught me a lot about bull riding. And, you know, so then going to junior rodeos, it was kind of like, well, you know, already know how this deal goes, you know, like it's kind of one of those deals, but in the same sense, it was, we were still there to win, you know, no matter where you go, whatever level you're at, you still got to do the same job. And the job is stay on and win, you know, because if you're not winning, you're not winning money, and money is what not only pays the bills, but it's what at the end of the year, at the year end, it's what wins the championship. So whoever wins the most money wins, and so that's what you want to do every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man. This is
I'm
awesome.
glad you guys asked me to come on. It's been fun for sure.
It was a good, catching up a little bit, dude. We're gonna have to have you back on. Maybe get Willie back on here, or get him on here at all.
There you go.
You know, and just have a little reunion, dude.
There you go. Heck yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, hey, Kallyn, it's been great, man. Keep catching up with you, and it's been great watching you, man. We wish nothing but the best for you.
You guys stay tuned in. I think I'll know in a couple days, but we should. I'll hopefully be in Tulsa on May 11th at the Bulls Bands and Barrels. So at the BOK Center. So if you're not doing anything, Brian, look into it.
Absolutely.
That'll be fun.
I'm always there cheering you on, brother.
Yeah,
he is. He's the hype man of everybody, dude. Especially the people that he freaking loves watching.
I like it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it's good. It's good. So,
but how can people follow you?
You can follow me on my Instagram, and it's Kallyn Longnecker. My Facebook as well, and I got a TikTok. I don't really know how to use it very well, but
Okay.
yeah.
Tic-tac.
You just type, just type in my name and push ad. So
Boom. There it is.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
thank you again.
yeah, thank you guys
Awesome.
for having me.
Cheers
Yes.
to health, brother.
So
Cheers to
we'll see you
health,
guys.
dude.
See you, bud.
Yeah.
See ya. Be good.
Later.
Later.